FM. Joe Walsh here. I don't know how to tell you this, but it's Saturday again. Oh no! Welcome to my show. We just celebrated my brother-in-law's 80th birthday. Ringo, happy birthday, and I love you, brother. At his party, we were watching some old Beatles footage that was on the television. Eventually, it brought back memories of Shea Stadium in 1964. We discovered that not only was I there screaming along with all the girls, but Barbara and Marjorie, sisters, were at Shea Stadium about 60 feet from me. And of course, Ringo was down on the riser on stage. Fast forward, here we are, one big, beautiful family. Ringo's married to Barbara, I'm married to Marjorie, we're in-laws. Life's amazing, ain't it? Anyway, Ringo brought up the Hollywood Bowl shows. That was the first time the Beatles were in Los Angeles. And I found two of the songs recorded live at the Hollywood Bowl, which I can play for you. And also want to play Thank God for Music, which is a new Ringo track off his album, What's My Name? So I decided to make a whole segment out of this, okay? I had a nice chat with Ringo, and then we'll play the related music to it, and then we will start the show, okay? So here comes the first segment. My guest this week is Ringo. Happy birthday, Ringo. The Big 80. I love you, brother. This is 88.5 FM, and let's get this party started. Hi.
Yeah, what do you want?
First of all, I want to say happy birthday.
Well, are you pretending it's what?
Well, yeah, it's just a birthday interview. So I want to say happy birthday to you, sir.
All right, say it.
Happy birthday.
Hey, Joe Walsh, what are you doing on my Zoom account?
Yeah, well, we're doing an interview for 88.5.
88.5, I love that channel.
Yes.
Who mentioned it to you?
You did.
Yeah.
See, this is your fault, not mine.
Always a price to pay.
We had a little mini party.
Yeah.
On your birthday. We looked at some old footage that was on the television.
I know. How far out was that?
Yeah, stuff I'd never seen, but you had a good riser story.
Well, no, the riser started when we did the Ed Sullivan show.
Right.
And usually they have all the drummers like behind the front line. You can't see them. And I said, well, I'm not having that. Put me up on a riser. and then we went and had a cup of tea or whatever. We came back and I had a 14-foot riser. And that's how it carried on. That was sort of the look of the Beatles. He's on a riser.
Oh, so you kept the 14-foot riser?
No, we lowered our sights a little. Sometimes it was only 5 or 6.
Careful what you're praying for.
I know, but I had to watch, because I did fall off it once.
There's some Cow Palace footage, too, in San Francisco of you with the riser that turned around.
Oh, no, that was the first live gig in America. Can you dig that? And we get to Washington.
Yeah.
And whatever this venue was, it's a long time ago. And it was like where they had boxing matches, and it went round. And so there were two of them, so the boys went round and I went round.
Yeah.
But halfway through one of the songs, they kept going and I was stuck. And so you know what the time and the day, it wouldn't happen now. I jumped off trying to move it myself before anyone got to me.
In the middle of a song?
Yeah. Well, what can I do? I mean, they're like, they're going away from me. Anyway, things aren't like that anymore, but it was an interesting day.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to bring up the All-Star Band.
Yeah.
How many years ago was that?
First All-Star Bands, and you should remember this because you were in it, was 1989.
Right. 30 years.
Yeah, so we celebrated 30 years last year at the Greek. And we had a great time. And guess what? You were there.
I was. And I remember you had a list of people that you wanted to ask, and they all said yes.
They did. Wally Palmer came, Nils came,
Yeah.
Edgar came. I mean, everybody who could make it made it to the gig. It was really great. It was a great reunion.
Well, I was talking about the first All-Star Band when everybody said yes.
Oh, yeah, that's a crazy story because at that time I'm sharing my life between Monte Carlo and America, and I'm in Monte Carlo trying to put this band together. So I just opened my phone book and I started calling people I know, and everybody said yes.
Yeah.
Edgar, you said yes. Rick and Levon said yes.
Yeah, Dr. John and Billy Preston.
Dr. John, Clarence Clemens.
Yeah, you had like 80 people in the band because they all said yes.
Well, I could have had 80. Yeah, it was so great. It was so peace and loving then, that they all came out for me.
That's the best band I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was in a couple of bands.
Oh, yeah. Me, not you. I'm not talking about you.
I mean, from Rory Storm onwards, I've only looked up at the people I played with.
Well, I guess we're lucky to be married to sisters, huh?
Some days.
Yeah.
No, that's just a laugh. Totally blessed. But let's play some live songs from those early Fab Four days.
Okay.
We played the Hollywood Bowl. So great. And I want to play Ticket to Ride live.
Okay.
And I want to play Long Tall Sally, our version live.
Okay.
And then I want you to play, because you have nothing better to do, Thank God for Music from my last CD.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about your album.
Well, it's called What's My Name?
Ringo.
And it's the usual thing. I start calling people. I called you, we wrote a song, and I called, and they come over, we hang out, we write a song, then we go into the guest house, because it's now my studio, and put a track down, and then start working on it.
Yeah.
So, I've done the last sort of 8 CDs in the guest house. It's called What's My Name because there's another track on it called What's My Name. And somebody told me that, have you ever heard that Colin Hay song he wrote for you? I said, no, what song? And I called Colin, and 6 years ago he was in the band, and I said, hey, you've written a song that'd be good for me. And then he said what he had, and I said, well, you better come over. So he came up, and just me and him put the basic track down, and it turned into What's My Name? Because I do that on the gigs, on the live gigs.
Yeah.
I introduce the band, and then I always say, What's my name?
Yeah.
And say, of course, Ringo. And that's how the record is.
Yeah.
So that's about it, Joe. I've got to go because it's, it's getting late.
Any words of wisdom, being 80?
I was asked an interesting question today. I was doing an interview for something else. And they asked if I had anything to say to people who are just starting to play. And I did say, if you don't love it, give it up. Because I love it. I know you love it. All the people I play with, that's what we do.
Yeah.
It's not like a job, it's joy. And, we're blessed, but all of us could have ended up still just playing clubs.
Yeah.
And I truly believe I still would have been doing that if all the good things hadn't have happened to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're still not playing clubs, but
when I'm on tours, people like to show me their children and say, oh, he's taking lessons. And I always say, don't let him take too many.
yeah.
Because, there's none of that person, that kid can find his way as long as you know how to hold up 2 bits of wood.
Yeah. You got to go play in front of people.
Yeah. That's why we do it.
Yeah.
But, that's getting... Now, see, we could rap for an hour.
Yeah.
We're at all the clubs you can go and play.
Yeah.
In LA, there used to be a couple of Monday nighters, freebies, and people could go and play. But when I was around, starting out, there was hundreds of clubs you could go and play.
Yeah.
And they loved it if you played for nothing.
Yeah. You can play anywhere for nothing.
But that's how you learn. how you learn to, get on with the people in the audience. It's how you learn to play with a band. You just got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Anyway, play a damn record, will you, Mr. Walsh?
Okay, I will. Thanks for talking.
All right, Joe, thanks. If you need anything else, call somebody else.
I will.
Love you, man.
Thank you. Love you, too. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Joe.
Oh, well, this song is called A Ticket to Ride.
88.5 FM. Nice visit with Ringo. That was Ticket to Ride and Long Tall Sally, recorded at the Hollywood Bowl when the Beatles played there. And thank God for music off of his new album, What's My Name? Okay, so we'll start our show 8, first hour, and I'll be back and talk some more after a couple seconds.
Thank you.
Well, that's the acoustic version of Hotel California. We recorded in 1995 on the Hell Freezes Over DVD and album. I was 6 months sober in there, so I was scared to death. 88.5 FM, Joe Walsh here. Hey, I'd like to thank my son Christian for today's show. He sent me a bunch of new music and introduced me to a lot of artists that I didn't know, and it really inspired me to create a better show. We make a really good team. Thank you, Christian. I was talking to him about there's so much music out there, and I don't know who anybody is anymore. So he sent me a list, and he said, here's your show. So there you go. I hope he continues to sit shotgun with me, and we'll come up with some new exciting stuff. I hope maybe you haven't heard either. Wasn't that great? Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll. Ian Drury and the Blockheads. He was pretty famous in England, not so much over here, but that's a great song. Stupid Girl by Garbage, a fantastic band. And then you heard Van Morrison. And then my friend Frankie Miller from England, that's called He'll Have to Go. Frankie's from Scotland. He can sing like Otis Redding, and he's an amazing guy. You should check Frankie Miller out. And here comes Iggy Pop.
I'm a real wild one, wild one, wild one, wild one.
Rehab, Amy Winehouse. She was incredible and gone way too soon. Warren Zevon wrote a song about me called Werewolves of London. Levon Helm, Up on Cripple Creek. That's probably my favorite band song. And I thought it was a good idea to play George Harrison, My Sweet Lord. One, because it's comforting in these troubled times, and two, because I wanted to hear his guitar. He plays slide so in tune and so perfect, it's hard to believe that that's a human being doing that. Hi, everybody. Joe Walsh here. How you doing? Welcome to the I'm Pretty Sure It's Saturday show. This is 88.5 FM. $88.5 FM. County Fair. One of my songs from So What? My album So What? I was putting together a jigsaw puzzle, and it was a picture of an old county fair. And little by little, the picture took shape, and it put me in a mood so that it turned into a song. And pretty good guitar solo, if I do say so myself. 88.5 FM, Joe Walsh here. That was Earth, Wind, and Fire. I want to play, I think, my favorite Stevie Ray Vaughan track. This is a live recording. The song's called The Sky is Crying, but this particular live recording, Stevie Ray was entirely in the zone during this song, and he's at his absolute best. This gives me goosebumps. Blue Moon. Blue Moon by the Marshalls. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Remember that one? I bet you didn't see that one coming, huh? Okay, we'll be back. 88.5 FM. 88.5 FM. Joe Walsh here. So that was Fast Car, Tracy Chapman. I never get tired of listening to that song. And Drift Away, remember that one? Dobie Gray, that's a good sing-along. 2 songs to go. We're at the end of the show. I want to play Beautiful for my wife, who I love, whose birthday is the day after tomorrow. I love you, Marjorie, and this song's for you. And then we'll go out with the OJs, and that would be the end of the show. So, hope you had a great time. I want to thank Ringo for being my guest. I want to thank my son Christian for helping me put all this together. I'll see you next week. Stay well, wear your mask, and whatever it is, don't get any on you.